All right. Guys, close your books. Show me you're ready. Okay, today we are doing Unit 6, Lesson 2. We are going to look at patterns that repeat. So let's look at shapes that repeat by a rule and make some predictions about the patterns they create. Okay. All right, let's take a look in your math book. What page is this one? 7. So we're looking at page 7. And I want you to take a few minutes. How many tiles do you see? How do you see them? So raise your hand. How many tiles? First, just tell me how many tiles do you see? Quinn?
21 tiles.
21. Okay. Kate, how many?
22.
There's actually 22 tiles. Yep. 22 tiles. Okay. Now I want to know, how do you see them? Aubriella.
I see them in a pattern.
And what kind of pattern?
I guess a color pattern.
So like colors? Okay. What else? Miles.
It's also in another pattern.
What's that?
It's the...
Are you talking about the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've got like the asterisk, the question mark, exclamation point, pound sign, and then it repeats, right?
That's a hashtag.
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 Jace.
I see them as red, blue, green, yellow, and the star, the question mark, exclamation mark, and number or sign, and they all repeat.
What patterns helped you figure out how many tiles there were? Vivian.
The color patterns helped me because the same color repeated, so you could just count and
So it was easier just to count, how many reds, how many blues, how many yellows, how many greens, and then add those up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Emma?
I did like the colors like Vivian, but then I also checked it by doing the characters.
So you were able to double check with the other pattern. Okay. Close your books. But mark your spot with your pencil. This is our launch. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. All right. Oh, well, I guess I'm just going over directions. Usually there's a slide that's just like the launch. There isn't one today. Okay, so here is a pattern made by arranging shapes. Look for as many. So for number 1, you're going to work with your math partner, and you're going to look at these shapes, right? And you're going to look for as many features of patterns as you can and describe them to your partner. What rule might this pattern follow? You're going to come up with a rule and then use the rule to extend the pattern so that it repeats one more time. After that, you're going to create a new pattern that uses only a circle and one other shape and follows a new rule. So do you guys see how these boxes are empty?
Yes.
You're going to make up your own pattern. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Then, so part 2, you're going to trade your pattern with your partner. You're going to look for as many features of patterns as you can and describe them. So do you think you can write them down right there on your paper?
Yep. Yep.
What rule might your partner have followed to create their pattern? So you're going to try to find a rule. And then use the rule to extend their pattern so that it repeats one more time. All right. Is there just two? There's just two. So we're going to do problems 1 and 2 and meet back here in about 10 minutes. All right. I'm going to erase all of my drawings. Okay, so we're going to start by talking about 1A, okay? So what I want to know is what are all of the features? Look for as many features of patterns as you can and describe them to your partner. So, what were some features of this pattern? Hadley, start us off.
Their shapes.
Can you tell me?
Like what?
The shapes. Tell me the rule.
Triangles, circle, triangle, squares.
Triangle, circle, triangle, square. Oh gosh, my stylus is going crazy. Okay, by shapes, how else or what other features? Vivian.
Color, black, white, black, blue.
Black, white, black, blue.
Yeah.
What else? Rick.
That the triangle, circle, triangle, square goes on for 3 times.
Okay, it does go on for 3 times. So we have 3 rounds of this pattern. What are some other features of this pattern? We're missing something. Chase.
Shading.
What do you mean?
It's solid and then open and then solid and then like it's partial kind of.
Okay, so colored in, not colored in, colored in, colored in, colored in, not colored in. Okay, that could be it. Vivian?
The arrangement,
What do you mean?
like as in the triangle is like the person chose to put the triangle there and then the circle and then a triangle and then a square. Whereas they could have done like, I don't know, square, circle, triangle, triangle or something.
Okay, Hadley?
3 angles, no angles, 2 angles, 4 angles.
Oh, looking at angles. I never thought of that. Very observant. Yeah, it could be by angle. I think that's a possibility for sure. Okay, last guess, then I'm telling you.
3 sides, no sides. 3
Okay.
sides.
Kind of like what Hadley said, just in a different way, looking at sides instead of angles. I love that you're thinking geometry. So the other one is, did you notice every other shape is a triangle?
Oh.
Okay. And I don't know that I would count this, but they did. Our circles and squares are each 4 shapes apart.
What? Well, I get it, but they are, but... No, they're not. Yes, they are. Yes,
Like,
they are.
look at, stop shouting out. Here's a circle. 1, 2, 3, circle. 1, 2, 3, circle.
3.
I would say 3 shapes apart.
Yeah. We know when you touch
But
it,
here's a
it's 4.
square, right? So 1, 2, 3. I'd say they're 3 apart.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, and then guys, if you, what would your rule be? Well, it kind of depended on which pattern you chose, right? Most of us, I think, chose the shapes. So, for your rule, how did they want you to write that? Oh, yeah, okay. So for your rule, so part A was really listing as many features as you can, right? Part B was really picking one of those and writing it down. So I'm going to pick the shape. So if I think it's the rule, then I would say triangle, circle, triangle, square, right? And then C says use the rule to extend the pattern. Well, I'm just going to write down what comes next, right? Triangle, circle, triangle, square.
You have to write that.
You have to write that and then
and then write it one more time.
All of them.
What?
You have to
Write
write
the entire
all of
thing.
them. You have to write the
And
entire
then one-
thing.
and then another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. You do not need to rewrite that entire pattern.
It says two.
Yeah,
He told us
you
to.
told us to. Not to.
Yes, it doesn't say it.
You told us to. Use the rule to
Told
extend
you
the
to.
pattern.
That's probably not what I
Pattern
meant.
repeats one more time, so you have to write the whole pattern and then.
Yeah. You made us.
Excuse me. Okay, number 2. Guys, your answers to number 2 depended on the pattern that your partner drew. Any questions about number 2?
No.
Okay. All right. So, let's share some of your patterns. Okay, so raise your hand. Tell me your pattern. Hadley.
I did circle, and then I did 2 triangles outside of the box.
Outside of the box.
Yeah, like circle, and then 2 outside, and then circle, and then 2 outside. What?
Oh, so when you do a pattern, they kind of have to be flat on the same line. So you made a pretty design. I love that. I'm not sure that, I don't know, I'd have to look at it. But it sounds very creative. I'm going to go with circle, triangle, triangle. Okay, what else did you guys do? Aaron.
I did circle, triangle, 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 circle, triangle, 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 circle, triangle, triangle, triangle.
Cool. Brooks.
I did white circle, white triangle, black circle, black triangle. So all you have to do is shade it in.
Like it. Added color. Okay, Vivian.
I did circle, the black on the outside of the circle, and then black on the inside of a hexagon, and then I repeat that.
So you added a hexagon and shaded it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, so on the outside of the circle, and then black on the inside of the hexagon.
So like,
I get how.
oh, like you did the background.
The rest of the box. Yeah.
So this was like shaded.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, very creative. Okay, let's hear one more. One more. Bella.
I did heart, circle, circle, heart, square, heart.
Heart, circle, circle.
Heart, square, heart.
You can only add one shape.
Yeah, you could only add one shape.
Nope.
It
says-
it
says
says
it's
Create a new pattern that gives you only a circle and one other shape.
Oh.
We were together.
You had a circle, a heart, and a square. You're fired. Just kidding. Okay. I think that is a really good, friendly reminder that we need to read the directions. I totally missed that also. Okay. Activity 2. Here is the pattern of shapes you saw earlier. Number the shapes 1 to 12. Go ahead and do that. Miles. Okay, go ahead and number them 1 to 12. Your teacher will assign you a shape. Write it in every blank space and answer the questions. Okay. I'm going to assign you one in a second. Assign each group. Okay. All right, we're going to do it this way. Okay, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Raise your hand. Where are you guys at? Keep them up when you put them up. 1, 2. Are you? Who's absent? Okay. All right. Triangle, circle.
Me and KJ are in the same group.
Oh, wait, that's not going to work. Put your hands down. All right, we are going to go over this. We're going to do the circle group last because that was hard. We're going to start with square. Okay? so for the square, let's start out. I gotta turn it on. What numbers were written for the squares? Delaney.
4, 8, 12.
So 4, 8, 12. If you extend the pattern, what numbers will be written for the next two squares? Brayden.
16 and 20.
Okay, 16 and 20. What number will the 10th square have? So if I have 10 of those squares, what number will it have? Okay, Bella.
40.
How do you know it will have 40?
Because, 4 times 10 equals 40.
So we know the 10th square is 10, right? 10th square, yeah. So, well, no. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1. Now I'm confusing myself. Squares, 1, 2, 3. Yes, so it would have 40. Okay. Will the 30th shape be a square? Vivian?
No,
No, why not?
because 30 is not, well, 30 is not a number in fours. If you count by it, it's not very.
So if you count by 4, will you ever say 30?
No.
No. All right, now we are looking at triangle. So what numbers, man, this thing does not like diagonal. There we go. What numbers are written for triangles? Hadley.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11.
Okay, comma 11. Okay. If you extend the pattern, what numbers will be written for the next two triangles? Cade.
13, 15.
13 and 15, right? Okay. What number will the 10th triangle have? Vivian. 20. Good job. How do you know?
Because 2 times is, 10.
Say it again. 2 times 10?
Is 20.
Exactly. Will the 30th shape be a triangle? Cade.
No, because if you have 2 of those, it would be 24, and then go to the 6th shape, it would be a circle, and that would be the 30th, so no.
Exactly correct. Oh, I totally was agreeing. It's odd.
Odd numbers!
It's 19.
Yeah, you got odd numbers.
Okay. Do you guys see why it's 19?
Yeah.
Has to be odd.
You would never get 20.
Fun one. All right.
Choose a square.
Okay, now we're on to the circle, right? Okay, so what numbers were written for the circle, Kira? So for the circle, we have 2, 6, 10. If you extend the pattern, what numbers will be written for the next two circles? Okay, Madeline. You forgot, Jerica. 4, because we're counting by 4s, right? We're counting by 4s, but we started at 2. What number will the 10th circle have? Brooks.
38.
38. Jerica? You got 36. Kira? Say it again.
38.
Another 38?
34.
A 34. It's 38. Okay. All right. So, although they did 9. Nope, we're up here on this one. They did 9 times 4 plus 2. Okay, let me break this apart for you. The plus 2 is because you always have to add 2. Because the circle is the second shape. Okay? The 9 is because this is the first shape, and there's going to be 9 more to make 10. You wouldn't multiply that one in the group. So 9 times 4 is 36 plus 2, 38, right? So, then for D, will the 30th shape be a circle?
Yes, because there's a circle on the 10th number, so, and 10 times 3 equals 30.
So if you were to triple it, then it would be the 30th shape.
Yes.
I agree. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Okay. All right, this I think was the hard one for the circle group. Okay. We are actually, so activity 3 is optional, okay? So, here is what you can do. You can do activity 3 if you finish your work early one day. I want you guys to do the cool down, okay? And it might take you another 10 minutes. So, let's go ahead and go do your cool down.